Saturday, June the 27th. I think I'm going to see how this works, even though, as you can see, I was still trying to figure out exactly the placing of this light I have behind the camera. But especially since it's like 9 p.m. at night, I have been lazy this weekend. But I was like, I'll go ahead and do the question for the week, even though it's a day late. But that's fine. Day late, many dollars short, probably. I guess because I did have a couple of stories from this week, and I do have a clip that I somehow remembered, even though this happened on Monday. I was like, wait, wasn't there a clip that I was going to include this week? And there is. I'll have that at the end for you all. Or maybe since I'm going to have to edit this anyway, I can just put it right here. Let's see how close it lets me get. And hopefully it doesn't kick me in the face. Not very close. Pause so I know where to clip, and we're good. So, yeah, I'll try to turn. I always, when I'm out there on the mower, I always try to turn down the sound on that so that's not quite so loud. But so that happened, and like it just, the little fucker was just like, well, it wasn't little, but it was just kind of like nonchalantly sauntering toward me, and it's kind of like you don't hear this? It's a mower. And it's like, it just kept like kind of walking closer and walking closer. I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna whip out my phone and I'm gonna start driving the mower slowly toward the deer just to see what it does, you know, and it kind of like looked at me. I mean, I guess you saw the video, so, you know, it kind of like stepped out and it looked at me and then just, pew, it just ran at one point. But, so, that was exciting. And also exciting, when I was mowing out by not Lions Lake, but Cave Hollow Park, I was mowing up and down the big hill across from the dog park, and a conservation agent parked at the top of the hill and was just like sitting there. And I was like, I don't know if they're watching me. I guess it's always weird for anybody to be sitting at the top of the hill, because then I'm kind of like, are they just watching me? Am I like entertainment for them? I know I was at Grover Park. I think there was 2 homeless people sitting up underneath the pavilion the one day, and I tried to mow every area they weren't in, and then I finally, like, because I could see them watching me from afar, and then I finally had to mow the area they were closest to, because it was near the playground. And the kids had already, from the summer camp, I already saw them go to the ABC building, so they got their breakfast, and I knew they were going to be coming out there to play pretty soon, so I'm like, well, I gotta mow this area anyway to get it done and get out of here before the kids are here, you know? Which I didn't quite do, but I wasn't close. I mowed, you know, a couple paths far enough away from them that it's like, you know, it wasn't like I was pointing the mower directly at them or anything, so... But yeah, those 2 people were watching me. But then it's kind of like, you know, so it's kind of weird when anybody is like parked nearby. I'm kind of like, are they just watching me? Like, what's going on? I don't know. But then it's like a conservation agent, you know, and we're Parks and Rec, and we're mowing, and like, aren't they basically like our police? I don't know. It's like, I hope I wasn't going to get like arrested for mowing against the law or anything, you know. It's like, I just knew like while they were there, I'm going to like run over a turtle and have to go to like nature prison for murder. I just didn't know, you know. I was just kind of like, but luckily I just kind of mowed back and forth, and then eventually they left. So, and I am currently free. So, good, I guess. That's fine. So, that was exciting. And also, I have to show you this picture of work Thursday night. Oh, I have the camera pointed toward me because while I'm at it, I took this picture of Minxie earlier as she was like snuggled up against me for Cat Day. The local group, the Berg, they always do Catter Day, so you can take a picture of your cat and post it. So that was the picture that I took of Minx early this morning. But no, this is me in ribbon hell. Like, That box was fucking full, and it was. I think it took me about. I think it took me about 45 minutes. Oh, mom's replying to my thingy. I think it took me about 45 minutes to an hour to finish that because I messaged it to Mara Lee, and let's see, where was that? I told her I was going to have nightmares of ribbon. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, it was like 5:44 a.m. when I sent that. And then I sent at 6:21 that finally out of ribbon hell. So what was the first one? So basically a quarter tell and then like 20 after. So yeah, it was like enough. I'll tell you that. That was fucking enough. For sure, because oh my god. I picked up the box and it's like, it was a big, it's a big box. I don't know if you can tell how big it is there, but I was expecting, I knew it was a pick and pack. They call it a pick and pack when it's like a bunch of random, it's the same item, but like sometimes we get stickers with pick and pack, or because I was working fabrics and crafts. Sometimes, like over in Sporting Goods, you'll get fishing lures. It's just a bunch of fishing lures, But usually those are in a smaller box. So I picked up this big box, and I was expecting it to be like I knew there's going to be a bunch of random shit in there, but I expected it to be bigger items. I did not expect it to be ribbon. I was like, oh my god, I like instantly regretted that. I instantly regretted that decision. Oh my god, so bad. Because it's like every time I would like, because I didn't know where any of it was. I mean, some of them have designs on them, and that helped me find them a lot easier. But then there was the ones that were just colors, and I'm like, and different sizes. Like some of them be, the roll would be this thick, and some of them would be like this thick, and some of them would be like this thick, or like this thick, or like this thick. And I'm like, they're two different sizes. How but no, they're not. They're the same size, and it's like, no, they're not. And I was like, oh my god. So I would grab I'd grab like a handful. 3, 4, 5 at a time, depending on how thick they were, and it was just like every time I looked in the box, it was just like, it's like I was not making headway, and I was like, oh my god, this is the end for me. The blood clots couldn't do it, but the ribbon's gonna take the crown here, I guess. I don't know, man. That was, oh my god, so terrible, but I survived. And now I'm on my weekend, and I think that was basically the stories that I had to tell, because I've already shown you the clip. So, like I said, I've been meaning to write notes all throughout the... Did I tell you, for Halloween, I think we decided on Weston. We're going to go stay at a bed and breakfast, because bread is also a word, which makes it super confusing. Bed and breakfast in Weston. They have some kind of haunted Weston event. Not necessarily an event. I think it's probably just going to be like a walking tour or something. The haunted history of Weston or something. So I guess we're going to go do that. That's our Halloween plans. Sean has already booked us the place, so we're gonna go not stay in the same place we did last time. And there's some kind of for like $100 extra or something, you can or maybe it was $100 for the three of us. I can't remember. They have like a speakeasy thing where the owners of the bed and breakfast, like, I guess serve you drinks and tell you stories and whatever and blah blah blah. So maybe there'll be haunted stories for Halloween. Maybe their hotel. The only hotel I see stories about in Weston is the St. George, the one that Gail and Angela went and stayed in. There's like a room with a little boy, but that's the only. When I search for Weston, Missouri, and ghost stories, like that's the only thing. That's the only thing that pops up is this St. George. I think it's called the St. George Hotel. And we have not stayed in that one yet, so. Maybe next time. Try to go. As far as I know, Gail and Angela didn't have anything happen when they stayed at. I think there's a story of a little boy at the St. George, and then there's like I don't know if it's a soldier or there's like, I don't, or like a caretaker, something. I think I think I saw a story, something about there's supposed to be like an adult male ghost there somewhere too, or something on the property. But they stayed in the room that supposedly has the little boy in it that likes to play with toys and rearrange your stuff and, mess with you a little bit, a little poltergeisty, playing activity. So I took a couple pictures. I don't even know if I could find that very quickly. But even if I don't, I have to edit this anyway, so I can put in a time jump. But when was the last time we were in Weston? I actually don't know. I don't think it was last Halloween. There's Hot Springs. There's, what is that? There's a pizza. Oh, that's when I went to the Titanic thing. I have so many pictures in here. That's the Westin, I guess. My Westin waterfall weekend, where I went and stayed at the Westin in Kansas City. My 20-year dream of staying in the hotel with the waterfall. So I finally I don't have many dreams, but I finally made that dream come true for me. Yay. It's something foggy morning. That's Dark Forest. So was it about maybe around that time? I was around last year. I think it was around last year, because didn't we get back from a regular trip and then we went to Weston? There's Weston. We went to the graveyard out there. Let's see, where is that picture of the St. George? I think it was the picture during the day, one of the pictures during the day that I took. And I don't know. Oh, go back. What? That's from much further away from the St. George Hotel. I don't remember. It must not be this photo, or it's one of the photos, because I was thinking it was in one of the top windows. Where it's like I almost saw something in one of the windows that I took. But that's not the picture. Where's the picture? Or was it that first picture? Maybe it was the first picture. And I just didn't see it that time. Maybe I just don't see it anymore. But of course, it's in the dark areas. I didn't think it was those two. And it's like, it could be like a reflection of anything, I was thinking I had a photo that had something better in it than that. Oh, what did I do? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just trying to scroll. I was thinking there was like almost a figure in the window or something. But I'm not seeing it now. Was it in this one? I didn't think it was in this one. The straight on photo. I don't know. I'm not seeing it now, so the ghost disappeared from my photos. It was kind of one of those things where it was like, it was at the top window, and maybe it was one of the night pictures. I didn't think it was the night picture. I thought it was one of the day pictures. Let me see. Let me go to the night pictures and find out for sure. Just to make sure it wasn't one of the night photos. But, oh, actually, I think this is this is at night. This is the bed and breakfast that we're actually staying in next time we go down. Because that was like right across the street from the place we stayed. Let's see. I took a couple pictures of the St. George at night here. Maybe it was in one of those. I didn't think so. I thought it was in one of the day pictures, but... Well, see, now I don't see shit, so... I don't know what I thought was a ghost photo. Oh, I guess there's somebody out there doing some fireworks. Oh, why do I have a video? Why is there a video? Is that like a motion photo? Oh, was that the thing that I accidentally did just a minute ago? Because I wasn't sure what I was doing with my... I could delete that, but oh well. Yeah, I was thinking there was like something that I saw in one of my photos in one of the top rooms. But oh, maybe that's it. I mean, it kind of looks like a little animated dog or a raccoon, but I can't even see what I'm showing you right now. This little... It kind of looks like maybe there's a little figure in the window. I don't know if you can see that, because it kind of looks like a little cartoon. I think that's what Sean said. It looks like a little cartoon dog, but it's like you can see, almost looks like a little cartoon raccoon, because it's like you see little eyes there and maybe a nose, and I mean, it almost looks like a face. It almost looks like a head with some shoulders, maybe. So, I mean, I don't know what room the little boy is supposed to be in, but where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I don't know why I didn't see it again from that perspective, but I looked over it so many times. So yeah, I don't know what room the little boy is supposed to be in, but, you know, that almost looks more like I said, Sean said it looked like a cartoon dog. So, I don't know. That's the... And, you know, it's a top window. It's very far away. It could be the reflection of something or just the pareidolia effect, as they say, where it's like your mind is just putting the pieces together to make it look like something, even though it doesn't look like something. But yes, that is the St. George. That is the hotel that is supposedly haunted by the little boy in one of the rooms. I don't know. And possibly an adult male somewhere, or something. So which photo was that? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. That's the first photo. That's the photo to the side, not the one on the front. Because in the front, I don't see nothing. The front, I don't see nothing. So, but at least I figured out. I mean, it's just kind of like, you know. I mean, see, there's like almost a face in that window, but I feel like that's your brain playing tricks on you. Actually, it almost looks like a skull and crossbones. But if you go a couple windows down, you can clearly see that there's the reflection of clouds on on the window. So it's like, you know, it's like that's probably what it is more so than anything else, you know. But that's just something that I had to add to the conversation, I suppose. But yeah, we're staying in Weston, T-O-N is the name of the town. Westin, T-I-N, is the name of the hotel with the waterfall that I went and stayed in. So, but I may have updated you all on that last week. I don't really know. So, then there's Minx. She's here to answer the question, to answer this week's question, which we are going to get to. And I said this last week, but, you know, I'll go back to maybe doing a sketch next week. Has it been 2 weeks since I've done a sketch? Or I don't know, something. As far as questions go, this week, if you could only listen to one playlist for the rest of your life, which songs would you include? Well, I did that video about my playlist, the top 10 songs on my playlist recently, but not recently, within the last couple months, I guess. I don't remember what those songs were so much. I don't know, it's like ever-changing, ever-evolving. Like, I didn't know about Trousdale until, like, a month or two ago. and like I've fallen in love with their music. They're like if I can't have Shadazy, at least I have Trousdale. They're kind of like country pop, Powerpuff Girls. Because usually one of them's wearing blue and one of them's wearing green, one of them's wearing pink. You know, they have their Power Rangers. They have their own colors. So I don't know. I've recently found, like, I mean, I don't get a chance to get exposed to much music except for at work anymore. So that's really the only way I discover new songs, or if they're in TVs or movies, or I'm out shopping or something and I hear something at the store. Like, that's really the only way I get exposed to new music anymore. So I don't know, that would be a hard one to say. Let's go to songs and my plays. I don't even know. Clarity, Shreddy Mercury remix, which I may have had to steal off the internet after doing much research trying to find somewhere to actually buy the song. I think I had to rip it off YouTube. That's like Zed and Fox's. Zed, I think Zed was in quite a few of these, isn't he? Chain My Heart with Topic and BB Rexa. Happy Now, Zed and Ellie Dewey. I don't know. Burn the Sun, Tommy Johnson, Hero Fauzia. Make You Say, Zed and Maureen Morris. And Biao's. All Falls Down, Alan Walker, Noah Cyrus, and Digital something. Exposed, APEC, It Ain't Me, Kygo and Selena Gomez. Domino, Jessie J. That would have to go on there. That's my banger. That's my jam. I don't even know how that's not at the top. How's it not at the top? Get Over Yourself by Shadazy is on there. There's a lot with 44 plays here. TG4M, Zara Lawson. I think I would have to put her newer song, Midnight Sun, from Zara Lawson, on there, and Domino. The One That Got Away, Katy Perry. I do like that one. Maybe Trustfall by Pink, maybe. That one's not on here. But Walk Me Home by Pink is here. I was kind of trying to look at the ones that got top plays. I don't know. And then there's like songs that I like, but I never listen to. Like good songs. Artist, I guess I can go by artist. Because like I said, I recently added like Trousdale. I like theirs. Brittany Broski, who I didn't realize was the girl, the meme girl, the girl, but she has a song that was really good. The Sun, I like that one. Save Me Tonight, Extended with Jennifer Lopez and David Guetta. That one's pretty good. I discover new music all the time, so just I would always be wanting to add songs to this playlist if I could only add it. So for The Ick by Trousdale is a pretty good one. Warning Signs by Loreen. Warnings and Tattoo, that's also a good one. Oh, Sleep When We're Dead by Thomas Day. I have recently got addicted to that one. I don't know, there's just so many good ones. Abyss by Chloe Moriondo. Like, I'm just like discovering new things like all the time. Of course, I have to have some Casey Musgraves on there. I bought her new album. I haven't listened to it, but like I heard a preview in the car because they were like interviewing her for something. We listened to a lot. I don't even know if it was NPR. I don't know exactly for sure what it was we were listening to. Don't Click Play by Ava Max. That's another new one. That Daydreaming by Jordan Fry. That was a good one. But no, they were like interviewing her, talking about her new Don't Give Up by Zoe Wees. Wees? Wees? I don't know. That's a good one that I recently discovered. But yeah, they were talking about Casey Musgrave's new album, and they were they were playing snippets of some of the songs, and I'm like, I don't remember which song was which song. I remember I liked quite a few of them, and I always like Casey Musgraves anyway. But Middle of Nowhere, I think, was maybe one of them that they played, and then the Mexican song was Mexico Honey, I believe, is another one of the ones that they played. So, I just discovered Toxic Till the End by Rosé. She's the same one that did the Apartment song. Ah, pate, pate, I popped out my tit, whatever it is that Marilee sent me the other day. I'm like, I'm not going to hear the song any other way now. I popped out my tit. I popped out my tit. Who is that song? I don't even know. I don't even know what song that is. Thought That I'd Know You By Now by Sad Alex. I just happened to come across that the other day on Reels, because she says, she put out a reel and she's like, no one in this cafe knows that I'm an international pop star with hit after hit after hit. I'd never heard of Sad Alex before, but I liked the song, so I ended up downloading it. It was from 2024, so the song had been around for a while. But so yeah, it's hard to say, because it's like I discover new music all the time that I like. But the few that I mentioned a while ago, I would have to have on there. Domino, Jessie J, One That Got Away by Katy Perry, whatever the other ones were that I mentioned a while ago when I was looking through my songs, my most played songs. So that's a hard question to answer, because I don't know. I'd have to have some Casey Musgraves on there. I don't know. I just, like I said, I don't have a chance to discover new music. Whoops, this one was good too. The Shapeshifter song by Haven Madison was a good song. I guess I'd have to have that one on there. I was just kind of looking through the recent. This was within the last 3 months, songs that I've bought. I'd have to have the Beetlejuice song on there. The Beetlejuice, is it dubstep? Is it what? There's some video out there. It's I assume it's still out there. I don't know. It's like a Minecraft roller coaster. It's a roller coaster that someone made in Minecraft that is Beetlejuice themed. And so you get in on it and you ride, and then they have like this Beetlejuice song that goes along with it. That's some kind of like techno dance. Beetlejuice. I'd have to have that on there. I like that one. Drum Step Mix by Figure. Monsters of Drum Step, I guess. Beetlejuice Drum Step Mix. I guess I'd have to have that one in there. Probably some Miranda Lambert and Ellie Doohy. Is that how you say the other? Drunk and Don't Want to Go Home. That was a good one. Or Ellie King, sorry. I'm thinking of a different song, I guess. Is it Ellie or is it Elle King and Miranda Lambert, Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home. That one's a good one. Because I was just thinking Miranda Lambert. There's that whole album by Miranda Lambert that I like. With Only Prettier on there and White Liar and all those other songs on there. I'd have to have some. I did a video about Dark Side of the Moon, who unfortunately has not come out with any new music since they put out that first album that I know of. But they did like the remix of May It Be, and putting the rock edge on all of that kind of stuff. And then what was this? Legends Never Die was a good one. Gates of Time, that was their original song that they made. New Horizons was really good too. Actually, I haven't listened to all of these songs exactly, but so I guess those would be a couple that I'd have to have on there. I don't know. There's just so many. Like I see some Daughtry down here, like Waiting for Superman is good. Life After You. I think Call Your Name is one I like. September. What About Now? Idol Gives Back performance was pretty good. Slower, not quite so rocky, but Spaceship. That's a good song. 2. Rescue Me, was that the other one? Spaceship Rescue Me, something like that. Those are a couple of, there again, I buy the album and I never listen to it. Just like movies, I buy movies and never watch them. So, I don't know, as much as I do enjoy the film, I don't know that I necessarily would need, because I know the music from Labyrinth very well, but I never listened to it. I have the album, I have it on here. Buffy. I'd have to have Once More with Feeling. I'd have to have some of those songs on there. Speaking of soundtracks to things, probably some Glee music. I don't know. There's David Archuleta. A Little Too Not Over You. That's a pretty good song. I've listened to Crush. I don't remember what song Crush is. I don't know, but I know A Little Too Not Over You is a good one. So I've got quite a few. I'd have to. Oh fuck! What's the name of that? Marsh King's Daughter. Marsh King's Daughter. Who is that? Marsh King's Daughter. You gotta have it. Oh, I said MASH. That's why it's not showing me. Marsh King's Daughter by Isley. So that's kind of an old-timey, it's kind of a fun song, I'd have to have that one on there. There's so many songs that it's like I'm discovering new ones all the time, and then it's like I forget about oh yeah, that's a good song too. I'd have to have that on there. Have to have that on there. Have to have that on there. I feel like this video could be 8 hours long probably if I just scrolled through my iTunes list here. And this isn't even all the music. I have my old tower computer in the other room with music on it that I never got off of there. So there's old songs that I probably loved that I probably remember, but they're on my old computer. There's I don't have I do have a way to get them off. I guess I could plug it in. That's the one. I think the fan stopped working on it, so I would just turn it on every once in a while and copy over music to CDs. I would just burn some music to CDs as data and get them off of there so I could put them in my new computer. And yeah. There's a lot of Soap, S-O-A-P. The only song people would know by Soap is probably This Is How We Party, Moving With Your Body, Can't Get Enough of You, blah, 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 blah. It's called This Is How We Party by Soap. That's the only song that I even heard it on One Life to Live. So it got some kind of traction in the U.S. I have to have all Soap songs, probably. So many. But like I said, this video would be very long if I just went through my list and be like, oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one. As best as I can remember, there's a few picks for you, and I'll just, I guess, end the discussion there because it's been long enough. And I have to remember to edit in that clip of the deer for y'all. So I better not forget that. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to try to remember to do a sketch on Tuesday. If I remember what Tuesday is. I don't know. That was my first week back from vacation, so I was a little thrown off. But yeah, I ended up... I'm bionic again, by the way. I have another heart monitor for a few days. Just a few days. I can take it off Sunday, I think she said. I went and got it Friday. I'm probably going to leave it on until Monday after Parks and Rec and then take it back to him. What was my point in saying that? Oh, I was gonna go into Parks and Rec late, but then it was it rained, and I didn't know if we were even mowing. I didn't know, so it's kind of I'm just gonna go on home, I think, because it did rain. It didn't rain as much as I thought it was gonna storm. I don't even know how much mowing was left to do for the week, So I was I didn't even know if Charles was there, if he was mowing, if he had... I didn't even know if he would have taken 2 mowers with him, because I told him I was going to be there late, but, yeah, if he did, wherever he went, I think the only place left to mow was Blind Boom Park, though. So I don't even know what was... I don't think there was much left to do on Friday anyway, in terms of mowing. So I was like, I guess Charles has got it today. If he was there, I don't even know if he came in, because like I said, it did rain Thursday night into Friday morning. So, but not as much as I thought. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I could have called. I could have messaged and been like, hey, is there mowing to do today? Is there anything to do today? But it's kind of like, I'll just go on home. Like it's kind of like this video. I'm making it at 9 o'clock at night because it's like I didn't do it Friday. I think I slept most of Friday, and then I slept most of Saturday, and because I mean I had to be awake to go see Supergirl in 3D, of course. But yeah, so it's, I guess. Not that I ever really had much of a sleeping schedule, but kind of like resetting my sleeping schedule. Because that's usually what I do on weekends, is I sleep a lot, and then I'm up for a while, and then I sleep some more, and then, yeah, I'm not. I think I might watch... I've always meant to watch Maximum Overdrive, and Steve was talking about it on Facebook. Like he said you can watch it on Tubi, so it's like, maybe I'll watch that. I don't know. I'm done. Well, I still have to watch Beyond the Gates. There's like 3 episodes of Beyond the Gates, but I'm done with General Hospital for the week. So I went ahead and watched that yesterday, so that I could have it, because I thought it was going to be a very dramatic end to the week, and it kind of was. So they're building up some big stories. So it's like, since it was right before I was going to leave for my movie anyway. And it ended up being about perfect timing to watch the last episode of General Hospital and then leave to go see the movie. So I'm done with that for that. But I do have Beyond the Gates, I guess I need to watch. I've already watched Drag Race for the week to find out, who went through the purple... Or was I already behind on that? Paramount Plus? That's on Paramount Plus, right? Oh, yeah. I already watched that this week, before I found out who made the merge, in the last bracket. But, so yeah, been watching some YouTube videos, random YouTube videos. I need to finish Gale's, because he posted he didn't post for a long time, and then he posted them like all at once. So it's kind of like, oh, I have a lot of Gale to watch. So I need to watch some of those. I've just been kind of watching random stuff for the time being, but I do need to work on getting caught up on. I think I still have like 5 videos. I think I'm up to the videos of the wedding and the honeymoon. I think it posted them backwards for some reason. Because it was like the other day I was watching one of his videos, and he shows off, what was it? He was talking about getting his prize from winning the scavenger hunt. And then the next video that I watched, because I just assumed I was watching them in order, because I was watching them in the order that YouTube posted them. Because I already noticed, like, wedding part 1 or honeymoon part 1 was technically second, and the video that posted first was wedding part 2, and I'm like, but I'm supposed to watch part 1 before 2. But yeah, that's what I watched one of his videos, and he talks about what they won from the scavenger hunt, and then the next video that I watched, they were on the scavenger hunt, and I was like, wait a minute, I just watched where you told us you won the scavenger hunt and what you won from the scavenger hunt. So for some reason YouTube posted them backwards, I guess. I don't know. Posted them out of order or something weird. I don't know. But so I don't know if I'm watching them in correct order anyway, but I guess I'm catching up on the lore just backwards. But that's more of what I'm going to do after I edit this video together with that clip of the deer before I forget. And, yeah, I'll try to be back with another sketch and, and another question next week at some point. Who knows? Other than that, I shall see you when I see you, and have a good weekend, of course.